What's going on, everybody? It's time to do a little bit of a prestige update for myself here, since this is actually the first week that I've cost us some placement in Alliance Quest. We are currently ranked 21 this week. Normally we've been in the top 20, and it's all been thanks to my other Alliance mates because, yeah, I've not been pulling my weight when it comes to prestige. It's a little bit difficult too. There's some tough limitations in game when it comes to trying to get prestige as a free-to-play player. But I do have some additional resources now that Summer of Pain has ended. I can rank up some additional champions, toss some sig stones into them, and finally update my prestige. So I'm currently sitting at 12,467. And we're going to see, exactly where I end up by the end of this video. First thing that I want to do, actually, is pop open some Sigstone crystals. And there's some additional Sigstone crystals that I can get out of the Daily Bugle store. So I'm going to scoop up these guys right here. Going to pick up all 5 of those. See, that's what you have to do as a free-to-play player. You get 5 at a time. And they're not even generics. They're class types, so... Hey, I'm going to get, on average, 1 or less than 1 of every class type through those 5. But I got 40 of these in total, thanks to them being added to, the Cavalier Monthly and stuff like that. So I'm going to pop these open. And, yeah, we don't even need to look at the class types. I guess Mystic is the class type I want the most, since I have 2 Mystic champs ranked up. And I'm about to rank up a skill champion today. So I wouldn't mind some skill ones. And I'm getting a lot of skill ones. So that's cool, man. Science is another. And then I'd say Mutant is the last. So that's good. This actually ended up being pretty solid overall. Did not get a lot of Mystics. Only got 2 out of 40. But hey, the others, it averaged out in my favor, I would say. So overall, this was good. This is going to help. Okay, on to what the title of this video is saying, though, where I'm kind of questioning, am I about to make a big mistake? This is my current 6-star roster. I've got 12 champions at rank 3, the top 2 rows plus APOC and Warlock. Fittingly, the next 2 champions in line are Nick Fury and Thor Ragnarok. Now, this video is focused on prestige, so it feels like Thor Ragnarok is the obvious prestige play, right? The only way you'd go with Fury is if you're making kind of the selfish play just to rank up the best champion on an individual basis, right? Well, I don't know, man. It's really not so obvious. Believe it or not, I actually feel like Nick Fury is the better champion to help out the Alliance, coming from a non-selfish perspective. Let's talk out both options. So, again, Thor Ragnarok, he's got the prestige. Pretty easy. If the focus is on prestige, you go with Thor Ragnarok. However, prestige is not the only way to help the Alliance. You also have to consider Alliance War defense. And when talking about both of these champions, it's pretty clear that Nick Fury is the better defender. Because, I don't really plan on using either of these champions offensively. I'm purely looking at these champs through the lens of what is going to help the Alliance. Because as good as Fury is, I never run deep wounds. And if I'm taking some champs along just to attack or whatever, it is so rare that I turn to Fury outside of his synergy use, which I've got a 5-star that I can use. So I don't really care about using either of these champs offensively. It is prestige or defense. That's kind of the focus here. Now, we're about to take our champs to rank 4 because, yeah, we have Furies at rank 3 in the Alliance. We have Furies at rank 3 in the battle group. So it's not going to help. It's not going to help out the Alliance today. But when we take our champs to rank 4, we think about how kind of easy Alliance War is today. And I say easy, talking about like the absolute high end. The top, Masters bracket and things like that. It is less than 10 kills per war. Sometimes it's in the single digits when you combine both alliances, their deaths combined. So picking up even 1 additional kill is a huge deal. And I feel like those kills, the number of kills is going to go down as players get rank 4 champions, as players try to rank up, their attacking champions first maybe, or maybe a combination of attacking champs and prestige, something like that. It feels like the amount of deaths in war is going to go down even. So I feel like the best play, if you're just thinking about it from an Alliance perspective, is to not try to have 50 defenders at rank 4, but maybe pick out the absolute best of the best defenders. We're talking about like the top 10 defenders, and maybe have one person in the battle group get one of those champions, one of those 10 to rank 4 fairly early on, to try to stop people in their tracks, to try to pick up some of these kills. And Fury, in my opinion, is one of the top 10 defenders in the game. He's not always going to pick up kills, but he is going to pick up kills from time to time, and he's going to do so at a higher average comparatively to most champions in this game. Now, you might say, well, Fury, he doesn't need to be SIG 200, though, to be on defense, so can't someone just, take him up to rank 4 at SIG 20? I mean, sort of, but that's actually going to mess up prestige. Until you already have 5 prestige champions ranked up, ranking up Fury at SIG 20, that's actually going to be worse for the Alliance prestige overall. So, in my opinion, it makes sense if you were thinking about the game as a whole. If you're only focused on AQ and prestige, yeah, it's Thor Ragnarok. But if you're focused on Alliance War defense and prestige, then the play is Fury. You want to have that defender ranked up early on, and he's actually going to contribute towards prestige if he's at SIG 200. Additionally, in my opinion, having a low SIG level Fury on defense is easy, man. The difficult part of Fury is his second life. And if his health is draining at 5% or close to it every second, then you could just chill for the first, once you get him into his second phase, you could just chill until he's down to 30% health. However, I found it's the opposite of that when he's at SIG 200 and his health is, much more slowly draining. I actually have to participate in the fight. I can't just sit back. I can't just hold on to my, my specials. Sometimes you have to hit into him, which is going to cause him to go unblockable. Depending on the defensive tactic, you might struggle to, to hang on to the fight while he's in his difficult phase. And it's much easier to slip up and make a mistake and give up a death to Fury when he's at SIG 200. So I think not only for a Alliance War defensive perspective of getting this guy to rank 4 pretty early on, but also to kind of, bridge that gap in prestige early on as well. I actually think the better play is to go with Fury. However, I opened the question up to my alliance because I really do not care to use either of these champs offensively. So I put the question out there and said, hey, which would you guys rather have? Fury, that we can take to rank 4 for Alliance War defense relatively early on, or Thor Ragnarok, that's just going to be the better prestige play. And most people said prestige. That is what the Alliance wants, prestige. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Now, the difference between these two champions, between Fury and Thor Ragnarok, prestige-wise, is actually not even that much. So let's actually take a look at the prestige list here. And we're just going to focus on skill champs. Let's expand this a bit. And we can see here that Thor Ragnarok at SIG 200 is 15,728, whereas Fury, he's down here number 13. Thor is number 1 for skill. Fury is number 13. So Fury, his prestige, let's actually expand this a little bit further so I could bump it up. Fury is 15,502. So actually that does seem like a pretty significant difference, right? It's a difference of 226 prestige points. But when you average that out, considering we have, it's the top 5 champions that contribute towards prestige, on a personal prestige level, that is a difference of 45.2. And then when you average that out between all 30 members of the Alliance, it is 1.5 prestige difference. So again, I feel like it'd be better to have a strong defender rather than that 1.5 Alliance prestige. But I put the vote out for my alliance, and more people voted for Thor Ragnarok. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is more important to have that prestige, because after all, the difference between being in top 20 and out of top 20, we're talking about a total difference of, maybe 30, 40 prestige, something like that. Sometimes it's an even closer gap than that. So, if every member of the alliance contributed that additional 1.5 prestige, then yeah, that is the difference between, in and out of top 20. So fair enough. I'm not even saying that the Alliance, the people who voted for Thor Ragnarok, I'm not even saying that they're wrong in voting for Thor. I'm just kind of making the case that I actually legitimately do feel that Fury is the better way to go. Now, I was actually about to ignore their advice because I felt so strongly about having that one defender ranked up rather than just another prestige champ ranked up until I realized something. So we already have Sig 200 Thor Ragnaroks in the Alliance. And I figured, okay, yeah, so let those people rank up the prestige champ. I'll rank up a defender kind of thing, right? But those people probably also like Fury more than I do. Because I really don't even care for Fury all that much. Like, he's cool. He's certainly way better than Thor Ragnarok. But seriously, I'm not going to be playing this champ. He would just be parked on defense anyway. So, what if I just let someone else who, even though they already ranked up Thor Ragnarok, maybe they would prefer to rank up Fury, and they could just leave their Thor Ragnarok at rank 3 as they take their Fury even sigged up to rank 4. So I think in the end, we can kind of get the best of both worlds, where I contribute as much as I can prestige-wise, and then we'll still, hopefully, through someone else, have a Fury at rank 4 on defense. So that is the play. That is the plan. I need a skill catalyst, either way, though, to rank up either of these champs. So let's actually go through with the rank up now, and I need to get some skill tier 5 class catalysts. So let's pop open some of these catalyst crystals here and see where I can even get us prestige wise. See where I can get my own personal prestige. I'm gonna open up the 10% crystals, I guess, first. Actually, let me pop open some of these 25ers. All right, first one was cosmic. Second one is actually skill, and I didn't check to see how many I needed. So is this might actually be enough even? No, looks like it's not, but let me see how many I actually have. Okay, so I need one more skill to pop up. Okay, so that's not too bad. Third crystal is mutant, which I don't mind seeing ever. Okay, we got tech on this one. I keep landing one short of skill. Got mutant again, which again, don't mind seeing. And there we go. There was the skill one I needed. All right, so I saved 3 crystals by spinning these things out individually. That's cool, man. There we go. Catalyst formed. Got my oh, it's kind of bugged out. It's not showing that it's formed here, but I formed it. All right, so we got that taken care of. Let's go actually rank up Fraggle Rock. And once again, my prestige is at 12,467. So let's actually start ranking up Thor. And I have those 6 stones. I'm gonna bump into or pump into some of the other champs as well. But anyway, let's get Fraggle Rock all ranked up here first. And of course, I ran out of ISO at level 39. All right, let's get some ISO. Holy crap, this is a first. The mutant and skill dual class crystal is actually here when I need this ISO type. This never happens, man. All right, I don't have that many 4-star shards, so I'm actually just gonna rip all 3 of these open. And I think I only need 1 skill, so hopefully it happens here, man. Give me just one skill champ. That's all I really need. Got one with Mole Man. Okay. That was kind of... Oh, I got 2, actually. All right. I actually need a smaller ISO brick because he's right about to be capped off, but I can't give one of the big 5K bricks. So I need, real quick, just to come and get a small skill ISO brick. Is there no skill champs in here? You gotta be kidding me. Let me pop open another 10 of these things. I just need a skill 2-star champion to show up in these crystals. And then we're done, man. There we go. We got a couple with Hawkeye there. All right. Hey, 4-star thing. Nice. Just doing what I can to save a little bit of gold. All right. Thor Ragnarok. There he is, man. Rank 3. One of the worst champs in the game. But hey, one of the highest prestiges in the game. So there we go, man. Thor Ragnarok. Actually, if we head back over to Aunt May real quick. And we deselect skills. So now I've got Doom and Thor Ragnarok. 2 of the top 5 prestige champs in the game. They're not at Sig 200, but that's kind of the next step here, is to work on Sig levels. So let's see if this did anything for my prestige already. It did not. So Thor Ragnarok, he's currently Sig 40. and he has not entered my my top prestige yet. It's still 12,467. But let's go ahead and like I said, let's take care of that, man. So Sig 40 right now. And I've got 79 of these Sig stones. We're just going to pump all of them into Thor Ragnarok here. Take them up to Sig 119. There we go. Let's see what that has done for prestige. Okay, 12,706. Of course, I'm not done yet, though. Let's actually take care of the other class types of champions first. Feed some class Sig stones here. So I'm going to start with Doom. And actually, well, I only have 2. Never mind. I'm not going to start with Doom. I'm going to start with Sorcerer Supreme. If I only have 2, if I have this odd number, let's just pump the 2 into Sorcerer Supreme. So that'll take her to 135. Prestige now up to 12,711. Okay. We got I-Bomb on the list here as well. Let's get the let's get these into I-Bomb. So now he's Sig 77. Wish I had more of the science ones, but that'll get us up to 12,726. Okay. And then actually the other champ in my top 5 before Thor Ragnarok hit is Cap America and Morningstar. Let's actually add Thor Rag here. All right, so with Thor Ragnarok added, could take off Morningstar. So now these are my top 5 prestige champions right here. Don't pay attention to the number. I didn't update the Sig levels for the champs yet. So I've added Sigs to 4 out of the top 5 champions. Captain America, I'm not tossing Sigs into this guy. He is going to get bumped out of the top 5 very soon. So the plan to get him out of the top 5 is I'm going to awaken a mutant champion. And it's right now it's going to be APOC, but the thing is I need to wait until I can get these generic Sig stones in order for APOC to even matter, for him to even touch my prestige. So if I'm waiting to get those 6 stones anyway, then I might as well pop open these 6-star shards before I awaken APOC. Because if we go back to the list here, and we toss APOC into the mix, 6-star, rank 3. Right now I can get him up to about Sig 80-ish. And yeah, he bumps out I-Bomb. Actually, even if I got him to Sig 100, let's see what that does. He would only barely be higher than Cap America here. I'm about to feed more Sigs to I-Bomb, so it's barely going to scratch the surface of my prestige. We're talking about like I don't know, 5-point average difference or something like that. Super small. So let's not worry about that for today. But that's why those mutant Sigs, they're going to be good for, 10 days from now. And let's actually start feeding some generics into these champs. So I-Bomb here, he's actually going to have the largest contributions by bumping his Sig level up for my prestige overall. So I-Bomb, Sig 97, takes things to 12,785. All right, let's feed him some of these generics. And right now, I want to stop at 140. I might bump him up higher than that, but I know I want to take him to at least 140. Leave a bit of room for pulling in the, science class type Sig stones, and just in case I naturally awaken this guy. Of course, I don't mind taking them at Sig 200, but I might as well kind of get them all to a certain point and then get them up to Sig 200. All right, so that's 12,900. Dang, dude, it's going to be... I was really hoping to get over 13K. It's looking a little bit rough to do that. All right, Thor Ragnarok. Let's get this guy to 140 as well right now. There we go, Sig 140. That puts us at 12,952. Oh, man, dude, it's a struggle even to get to 13K, and 13K is still significantly below the Alliance average. All right, so I'm actually going to use Aunt May to figure out where the best place is to put the rest of these Sig stones. So let's get him out of there. I've got this guy at 140, this guy at 140, Sorcerer Supreme at 130. 35. Reorder the list here. And how many SIGs do I have left? I've got 11 generic SIGs, so not that many. I'm most interested in what it would do for the top 3 guys. Sorcerer Supreme, I am going to... She's more than likely going to stay in my top 5, so I don't mind pumping some SIGs into her still. But I am curious if she would get bumped out. Now that I think about it, if I do rank up a mutant champion, and let's say I did pull Surfer, she would get knocked out first. It's unlikely to happen, but because of that, I think it actually maybe would be better to focus on these top 2. Maybe I shouldn't even have fed those 2 SIGs into her, but let's see here. So we can get Doom up to 171, which would make things 12,976. Okay. What about Thor Ragnarok here? 151. 979. Okay, so better for Thor Ragnarok. And then I-Bomb here would be 979 as well. And actually, it's 979.6. So, hey, man, 0.6 prestige difference. Actually, let me just real quick. With Sorcerer Supreme, it would be 146, right? So... also be 979. Okay, so it looks like I-Bomb is the winner here to go up to SIG 151. That is the highest prestige, which sadly is still not even 13k, man. Oh, what a shame. Oh, it hurts, guys. It hurts to not have these SIGs. That really sucks, but it's what I can do for right now, at least. So I-Bomb, SIG 151, and this should be 12,979. Yep. Okay, just shy of 13k. So, well, we know I'm going to go above 13k after those 75 SIG stones come in. And then when those 6 stones roll in, I'm also going to be finishing up Karina's challenges. I just wanted to wait a tiny bit to allow my stash to recuperate. Otherwise, it's going to cost several thousand extra units. And those several thousand extra units, they could go towards a... if Kabam brings out Surfer to grind for the arena, or if not, they could go towards grinding for Hercules, which would also be a very high prestige option. So... and this will have 50 of the generic 6 stones in it as well. So yeah, and I'm going to be ranking up and getting rid of Captain America as a prestige option. So, once I take him out of the swing of things, in addition to all those 6 stones and everything, I'll be well above 13k. How high above? We'll see. We'll see in 10 days from now. But yeah, that's where I currently stand, man. That is the prestige situation. As far as my alliance average, well, like I said, I'm still pretty far below the average, unfortunately. Trying to do what I can here. The alliance average is now 13,609. So I actually bumped it up a little bit, but yeah, that's the funny thing is, like, because I'm the furthest from the average, as I approach the average goes up too. But yeah, man. One day I will have 5 champions at SIG 200, and prestige will still be a consideration as new champions come out, but it's no longer going to be like such a hard focus, and I look forward to that day. But for now, I think that will do it for this video. I'm not going to make any sort of gameplay video with Thor Ragnarok. There's no point. He's garbage. But I have him, and he's at rank 3, SIG 140, and he's slowly going to make his way to SIG 200 as I pull in more SIG stones. So, look at that, man. The God of Thunder. He can shrug shock debuffs off 40% faster. The God of freaking Thunder. Meanwhile, Ghost turns those shocks debuffs into God, turns them into Furies. This game is so stupid sometimes when it comes to balance. Like, this is only debuffs too. It's not even passives. So it's like, yeah, oh God. You know what? I don't even want to think about it. Anyway, Thor Ragnarok, rank 3. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.